Hey guys, it's at the end of my full week of chemo. I just got home probably about a couple hours ago, and honestly I feel run down beyond anything I can even explain to you. But I always find joy and hope in a lot of the things that the text messages that I'm getting, the emails, the cards, all that stuff, and I'm very, very, very appreciative. I can't even put it in words. My heart is very, I'm very thankful. It's probably one of the hardest things I've ever gone through in my life. But I'm getting through it. But I wanted to read you I got this book a long time ago. It's called Living Life in the Zone, a 40-day spiritual game plan for men. And it's about this particular day is about friendship, day 24, becoming a great friend. And I wanted to share this with you because it really spoke to me today. So I'm going to skip to the game plan, because every day has a game plan, and the playmaker, someone who's following Christ or whatnot. So a game plan. The Bible encourages us to seek out righteous friends for both our good and the glory of God. And God wants you to find men or women, who have a similar heart for God. Psalm 133, verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Men or women who love you enough to confront you when you are wrong. Ephesians 4, verse 15. Speaking the truth in love may grow up in all things. Men or women who recognize they can fall or have fallen and are willing to help you get back up when you fall. Galatians 6, verse 1. Brethren, if a man is overtaken in any trespass, you who are spiritually restored, such a one in a spirit of gentleness, consider yourself, lest you also be tempted. Men or women who bring out the best in you. 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 14. Now we exhort you, brethren, warn those who are unruly, comfort the faint-hearted, uphold the weak, and be patient with all. And the playmaker. Coach Lou Holtz was one of the first men we contracted to speak at our events when we began in the End Zone conferences several years ago. Most of us knew the famous Coach Lou Holtz from the days of Notre Dame and the University of South Carolina, but probably one of his more significant moments was as head coach came 30 years ago when he was the head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks. His team had finished a terrific season and received an invitation to play at the Orange Bowl, to be held in beautiful Miami, Florida. Many Arkansas fans remember this game as if it were yesterday, because it was a true testament of how players and coaches should hold each other accountable for results. Although Arkansas had a terrific season, they had been devastated by post-season injuries and problems, which led them to become 21-point underdogs in their upcoming game against the mighty Oklahoma Sooners. The team's best offensive lineman broke his leg in practice, and something even worse, even more devastating, happened when 3 star players were suspended only days before the ball game for breaking team rules. 2 of the men whom Coach Holtz voluntarily chose to suspend had accounted for a combined 78% of the team's entire point production that year. Oklahoma was ranked number 2 in the country coming into the ball game, and Arkansas players were feeling more and more outmanned. On the final day of practice in Miami, Coach Holtz brought his team together at the center of the field and told them that he couldn't watch the chaos any longer. He had witnessed the worst days of practice he had ever seen. He told the team that they had already been defeated when they arrived in Miami and listened to all the people talk about how they couldn't win. He told them that the point spread was not 21 anymore, but had increased. Both he and the team were down. Coach Holtz took an enormous gamble that day and suggested the team take just a minute to play a little game that he often played with his family. Coach Holtz decided that it was time to remember what got them there and to hold his players accountable for representing their university and state. The coach explained that the team how his family played a game called Family Time. The game is based upon how someone in his family does something that is noteworthy, be it graduating from 8th grade, becoming president of the PTA, or hitting a home run. The rest of the family makes him feel like a king for the night. The honorary not only picks that night's menu, but also gets to watch his choice on TV. The best part of the dinner table was where each of the members of the family, has to look the honoree right in the eye and salute him with a statement that is positive and truthful. After a moment of extreme discomfort with playing such a childish game, one player offered, we do have some positive things in this team. If we get down there close, if we can get it down there close, our kicker is the best kicker in college football. He's good for 3 anytime. Soon after, another player laughed, and as he added, all our bad luck has involved our offensive players. Right now, our defense is the best in America, and we are all playing. If Oklahoma is going to score, they're going to have to beat the best there is. The team cheered. Finally and reluctantly, a young, inexperienced player spoke up and said, "My name is Roland Sales. This time last year I was pumping gas at a filling station back home, and tomorrow I'm going to start as a tailback for the great University of Arkansas. I haven't played much at all this year, but if you guys would help me tomorrow, I'll do everything that I can. I've never started in a real game, never in my whole life, but taking the field with you guys tomorrow afternoon will be the biggest thrill I've ever known in my entire life." The team became ecstatic. You can do just about anything you want to do if you simply lead with a servant's heart and a team unity built on affirming each other's strengths. The next day, thousands of fans packed in the sold-out Orange Bowl, and they were joined over 50 million more fans on NBC's network. The whole country watched with amazement as the Arkansas players, 24-point underdogs without a chance, stormed onto the field. "What on earth did you say to those guys?" the media asked Coach Holtz just before kickoff. He offered back, "I told them that the last 11 out had to start." You and I know differently that was anything but the case. We had found a way of holding each other accountable. By the end of the day, the inexperienced Roland Sales was the Orange Bowl's MVP. The bigger deal was Arkansas, the heavy underdog, had trampled the Sooners 31-6, to prove that you can do just about anything if you want to do anything that you want to do if you simply lead with a servant's heart and a team unity built on affirming each other's strengths. So, and that was basically it. But I want to let you guys know that every single one of you are holding me up and lifting me up, and I feel God's presence in my life, and I feel yours. So, thank you.